Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to That Checks Out. I am Ted Wilson here with Damon Procchio over on the board, the producer, the owner, the proprietor of Audiohive Podcast Studios, Brian Big Mac. Welcome to That Checks Out. Damon, what do you got for us today?
Well, I'm just happy Brian did get his coffee. Brian, you okay?
Yeah. Much better now.
Okay. And who provides the coffee for Audiohive Podcast Studio?
10 drops coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally 10 drops.
10-4.
Shout out to Aaron.
10-4.
That's
10 drops.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Call me.
Call me.
So anyway,
Chris, we're talking to you.
We are sponsored today, though.
That is true. We do have a sponsor today.
Yeah, we have a sponsor.
We have a sponsor today.
Snickers?
Yeah. They really satisfy. We do not. So no, they did not sponsor us.
I mean,
Yeah. Hey, guess
who's
what?
paying to pull that one out? That was on you.
That, and that's getting scrubbed.
No, I think you.
Some word.
Yeah, you're going over that because we're leaving all this part in.
yeah. Marker there.
Timestamp that one.
Yeah.
Tell us about our sponsor, Damon.
All right. So the sponsor is actually, it's somebody we went to school with.
Oh, all right.
We've known since we were, probably first, second grade?
No, junior high.
Oh, that's right, because he went to a different grade school.
Yeah, what? Are you
That's
you're
right.
cutting in and out of me? Is that me?
Yeah, you might be touching a microphone or something.
Wow.
So,
Whoa.
Yeah, are you back?
There's supposed to be no video. How do you know?
And I'm back.
All right.
But no, it's Mike Duffy.
Yes.
And he has, he gave us some of his pens earlier.
Yeah, we talked about those earlier. He gave us custom pens that one has my face on it and
Yes.
has our dumpster logo. We have a couple different logos.
Yeah. Yeah, which to me, the face and the dumpster logo is pretty much the same thing because it's your face.
All right.
So, but no, it's Footwedge Custom Pens. It's an Etsy site.
Yeah, on
okay.
Etsy. Yep.
And he does a lot like with the Houdini.
Houdini, he gets a lot of he gets his pen blanks sourced from weird places. Like he has from when they remodeled Notre Dame Stadium.
Yeah.
Some from other college stadiums, the Houdini House. Some from trees in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. You should check it out. The great gifts.
Yeah, but it's Footwedge Custom Pens. First thing when he told me what the name of the company was, I was like, man, that sounds like something because I haven't golfed in years.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like kind of manipulating the greens, if you will.
Yeah, he's naming his company after how he cheats in golf.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Have you played golf with him? Do you know that this is true or?
I mean, we haven't played like serious golf. I've played golf with him, and there wasn't any real like.
Okay.
So
the
he's
foot
much
wedge
better
probably-
than I am. So if anyone was foot wedging, it was me.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotcha.
Is that my ball in the green? Ted, you hit it on the other, you hit it into the parking lot. Yeah, but I think it bounced onto the green. You see it over there? Look at that. It's amazing.
Oh my God, look at that squirrel. Is that my ball in the green? Why is there 5 balls and you just throw a handful up there?
Ted, you weren't using a Titleist earlier. No, but that's my ball, I swear. It changed his name in the air.
I hit it so hard. But so again, you want to check out his Footwedge Custom Pens. It's Mike Duffy. He's a good guy. And I was looking on here. It's got even some nice like stuff that goes in cases presented with football helmets. I mean, it's about the presentation too, but it's quality. I mean, I've used the pen. It's quality.
Yeah, it's a nice pen.
I can tell you right now, it is held up for every autograph I've signed so far.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
No, I haven't signed any.
Yeah,
Thanks for not calling
I was
me.
trying.
I appreciate it. I mean, I'm sure the pen would do better.
Yeah.
Like if I gave it to Tony Danza, it'd be a perfect Tony Danza pen.
Right, he could write on that forever.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'd be a perfect Tony Danza pen. Duffy, I really think that's the guy you ought to go after now instead of us.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you get in touch with him, give my number. Okay.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Just as a backup plan.
Well, we'd like to thank you for your sponsorship.
Thank you very much. And again, check out his stuff on Etsy for Footwedge Custom Pens. And, it's Christmas season now too. So,
Yeah,
hopefully.
it's a perfect time for that.
Yeah. He's got a picture of his workshop on there too, which he looks like he has more tools than anybody I know. So that's pretty intense.
Yeah, well, you just have one big tool.
Yeah. He sits next to me during a podcast. Yeah. Way to put it on a T, Wilson.
Yeah, well, you could have gone a couple ways with that. To be fair, I'm glad you went this way with it.
But thanks again, Mike. We appreciate it. And like I said, we appreciate you listening too.
Can I follow up on a previous sponsor?
Yeah.
I was talking to Eric Williamson from the Kazoo Whisker Crew.
Yeah.
Turns out that they're going to do a calendar this year.
Oh, they want me to be a centerfold?
We could work that out. We could talk to them.
Okay.
But you need to grow a better beard. His brother actually told the crew that Eric used to be a firefighter and still has his equipment.
Oh, no.
So guess who is going to have to do some sexy firefighting for the calendar shoot? And he's not really thrilled about.
Make sure the suspenders cover parts that shouldn't be on a calendar. That's all I'm saying.
Right. His face?
Huh? His face. He sponsored us. You're just ripping on him because
Hey,
you're
you know
buddies.
what? I'm not talking about it. He did give us a business idea, but we'll save that for if that comes up later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really feel this week, I'll be honest with you, I haven't I did not bring a business idea because I want to get into other stuff.
Yeah.
I will say one thing that I thought about in the car on the way here, and Duffy, think this through for your Footwedge Custom Pens. What about pens? Because these are beautiful pens. What about a pen that just delivers bad news? So instead of telling somebody to their face, you go, "Hey, I got you this," and then they read the pen and they go, "What?" You're like,
I want a divorce.
Yeah. I want a divorce. I've been cheating.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and then you roll it around. It's got the guy's face on it because he can do that.
Yeah,
because he's very talented. So, and it's like, I know that guy. Right. Enjoy the pen. Okay, so you're going to be signing a lot of papers.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of paperwork's coming.
A lot of paperwork's coming. So
our paperwork, a new house paperwork.
Yeah, your kids will see that pen every other weekend. Yeah. but anyway, I just think it through. It might be a way. And again, it's not of course, I will claim 51% of that because it's my entity. But I really think delivering bad news through beautiful sculpted pens would be phenomenal.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like, they have one that says, "I'm having a baby." Like, we haven't been. Oh, I didn't say we. It's not yours. That would be great. We kind of skipped around that. We didn't check. We didn't check in with ourselves this week. How you doing? Last time we checked in, not last time the audience heard us because we did a double episode last time. Last time we personally checked in, you were injured. How we doing today?
Yeah, still hurting. So we got a new button too, new drop for that. Wow, West.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, so much pain.
That's the one.
Oh, so much pain. That's how I feel. Yeah, on a regular
you
basis.
actually legitimately said that before you knew that button was there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So we got a new button. Wow, West. That's how I feel. Okay, we've been out for
West.
2 weeks.
Yeah, you can feel it.
But no, got the deck completed. Turned out great. Could park a car in the damn thing. I mean, it's pretty solid.
Is it that big?
It's pretty intense. I got some pictures I'll show you when we're done. But
I just want to go drive my car in it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Does it have is it a ramp as well?
It does. Yeah. It's a ramp too.
Yeah, that's what I want to drive on.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to. I was gonna say you have to two-wheel that thing because it ain't wide enough for the car. But no, realistically, it came together. It came together in about 3.5 days. So it was pretty intense. And then we did a little landscaping around it, a little extra work.
I thought you were going to say you stood back, got a little cigar, and was like, I love it when a plan comes together. You're like, Damon's on the Jazz again. That's an A-Team reference. 4 people will get. 2 of them in this room.
I am afraid to fly, so there's several A-Team references that we can use in here. But yeah, so we did that. Now you went and spent some Branson money.
I did spend some Branson money.
Did you see Track 4? Since we're on the Duffy topic, did he get a picture
it was weird.
of Track 4?
Like, Track 5 was closed. It said, please visit us at our Track 4 location. And I was like, oh, this is the weekend you should have been here, Mike, because you couldn't go anywhere but Track 4.
Nice.
Yeah, it was weird. I did a 5K in a theme park.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like chasing around a food cart or on purpose?
I mean, I did go from food cart to food cart. You are correct. But no, I walked 15 miles that day. But at one point, just for grins, I decided I would see if I could do because it's on a hill. Mm-hmm. So I would just continually do laps down the easy side, back up the more difficult side.
So you just did nonstop movement then for 5K?
Yeah, I just walked around like literally in a loop.
You weren't one of these crazy like you went and put on your sweatbands and you're a maniac and you're jogging around a theme park.
No.
Okay. All right, just checking.
No.
So
I did it without pants.
What do you? This is tradition, sir. It's not tradition because you just started it and called tradition.
The theme of this park is 1800s. They didn't have these kind of pants back then.
I didn't have my pantaloons clean. Right. So
sorry. I apologize.
I can just see you jogging in pantaloons though, and like wristbands. A headband says Wilson with 2 L's. I'd be like, he spelled it wrong.
Let me know when the churros cart opens. I will pause for that.
You're running by and grab a set of cups of water, you get like a lemon icy, just boom, splash it right in your face.
That was an $8 pit stop, but it was worth it. You know what I did get? I got a funnel cake.
Did you really?
Yeah, because they didn't have fried Oreos.
That will make my wife jealous. She's a big funnel cake fan. So, but no fried Oreos, huh?
No, but it was weird. At the funnel cake stand, they had pumpkin funnel cakes, for the season. But you could also get a pumpkin corn dog.
What?
Yeah, they took corn dogs and dipped it in the pumpkin funnel cake batter. And my mom was like, "Did you get one of those?" I was like, "No." Am I an idiot? Like,
wow.
Like, if that's at someone's house, maybe I'll try it, but I'm not going to pay like upwards of $14 for something to be like, nope, didn't like that.
Yeah.
That was a waste.
Why? So this time of year, why is it that just you could put pumpkin with any or pumpkin and spice, right? That's what it goes. Why can't you put that with anything? Just make like, hey, this flannel shirt's made of pumpkin and spice. You know, it's like this is the latest and greatest thing. You know,
it was. I get it. I mean, pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin pie. I enjoy it. I get that some sweet things, like if you have a coffee drink with that's basically sugar and cream and tastes like pumpkin pie. Sure, I get that. But yeah, some of the weird stuff, like there was like I want to say like cat food I saw at one point that was pumpkin spice. No, it was something weird. Yeah, I am. It was weird. It was something very odd that suddenly pumpkin spice was in everything, like motor oil and
yeah. My car burns oil. It's going to smell
that wonderful. Smells delicious.
Oh, I will take the potpourri van for $1,200, Alex. But no, I see people put it in everything and on everything.
Well, then you just burn out on it. It's just too much.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not
pumpkin
with
pie.
You. I don't like pumpkin pie.
Right.
So I'm not with you on that. And I don't drink coffee because isn't that like the big thing? Like that's what flavors the coffee now?
Yeah, it was a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte is where it really kicked off.
Right. But I do certain gas stations that buy us like Casey's that make donuts. They do the pumpkin stuff, and I'm sure Dunkin' Donuts does pumpkin stuff.
Which is weird because it pushed the apple stuff out. Because when I remember I used to go to pumpkin patches, it was the apple cider donuts that I liked, and apple cider.
Oh, I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Yeah, and now it's all pumpkin. It's like why you got to push my apple guys out? Yeah. Why can't they have a little bit of fall?
The apple guys like when do we get a break?
Yeah, when can we get back in there?
They are in with everything though. You get Apple everything.
That is true.
So they're fine. Sorry that we digressed on that.
No, that's all right.
When you said that, so you're not. I'm the same way. I would not venture out and attempt new foods for $14 when they have the $9 version that I know I like right next to it.
Right.
And even $9 a lot. But you're at a theme park.
Yeah.
So I get.
That's the thing. I expect to pay for food when I obviously I'm not going to steal it, but I expect to pay more for food,
especially every time at the turn during your 5K.
Right. Yeah. There was at one point where I did stop to get a drink, but I was like kind of pacing. So it was just like kept moving, and they're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Just hand me my drink."
This guy looks nervous. Security. They throw you on the ground. You're wrecking my 5K, bro.
But it was weird because everything is social distance. Everything is like they have a new.
Never thought about that.
The rapid rides at all theme parks have. Well, they had a new one where now they had one before. They replaced it with a new one where there's an elevator at the end that takes you up. You would have hated it. Mm-hmm. Takes you up. I don't know, 5 or 6 stories, and then pushes you on a slide, and then you slide down. It turns into like almost like a log flume, but you're still in the circular boat.
Gotcha.
But I'm the only one in it. It holds 8 people, but since I'm in a group of 1, they have to put me in it. So the whole time the thing is like, how you don't want to be in the side that always hits the bottom because you get the splash? I'm the only weight in this boat. So every time it spun around, I was towards the back, like, great. So I rode through the whole ride backwards, got soaked. I did that first thing so I could dry off. But then when it dumped me off from the lifting platform onto the slide, I don't think they factored in like someone would only be one person in the boat when they built it. That thing slammed down. That was the worst part of the whole park was that little like transition where it dumped me in, shot straight up my spine. I screamed on that part like a little girl, but then the slide part was fine. But
oh, so much pain.
That's exactly. Exactly.
Big Mac over there, proud of his work. He's like, I got a couple new drops. We're going to use them today, buddy. So, other than that, though, good, though, huh? Good time?
Yeah.
Ma had a good time?
Yeah, she had a great time. That was what it was about.
Yeah, and then you see taking one of Terry's shows? Or
yeah, we saw Terry's show. It was a good time. He got us front row center.
Really?
Yeah, well, it was a Thursday in October.
So, I was going to ask, though, how's the crowds?
Well, for the theme park, it was pretty good.
Okay.
It was nice because it wasn't packed.
Right.
But it was enough where people were making money. The people that work there aren't in danger of losing their jobs.
Right.
But it wasn't like, oh, this is terrible.
Right.
Some things visually looked weird because they had to set lines outside of the normal queue for social distancing, so it looked busy, but it really wasn't as busy as
right. Like if the line's normally here, boy, you're waiting half hour, 45 minutes, but when it's really there, you're waiting 12 minutes. Yeah.
Right. For his show, it was hard to tell because everyone was spread out. Like it was legitimately in our row, there were only 2 other people. Mm-hmm. And then there was no one in the row behind us. In the row behind us, there was 3 groups, and so it was spread out across the thing. But for the time of year and for the thing, it looked pretty good.
So they say, because I noticed, like even for us going to church, that's where we go to where we gather now. So you'll sit with your party, but you won't have another party real close to you. You'll have if a row of, and say a normal row is 10 or 12 chairs in a certain section, and when we go, there's 4 or 5 of us. So we basically have that row, unless there's one or two people sitting on the end. You know what I mean? On the other side. And then the row behind us, of course, and we'll have people sitting like kind of in the middle, not right behind us and this and that. So I kind of get that. It does make it look weird, but it does make it look full, which is a good thing too, because it mentally it's like, okay, good, people are back out doing stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but his show was good though.
Yeah, the show was good.
Wouldn't expect anything less, would you?
No.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. Like that was the day that I went. He works at the theme park, so I went or rode with him. I got a ride with him.
Yeah.
And then a ride back, and that was the night. So I had walked 15 miles. He'd probably walked 10 because he's working.
Right.
And then he has to go up and do a whole show after that. And just
yeah.
I mean, he tells people this, so I don't think it's a secret. But he's 61 years old now, and he works in a theme park. All day long, walks around everything. Then goes on and does a full.
But he's doing
show.
what he loves. Then.
Yeah. Well, he's not working.
Yeah. So that's good then.
Yeah, he's
that's
having
good.
a great time.
That's good. So he spent the Branson money. Wallace a little lighter now.
Yeah.
What about, hey, Mac, did you do anything?
I went to Michigan.
Michigan?
Look at this guy, world traveler. Did you fall in the
apple
lake?
Picking. Actually,
Oh, he found your apple guy.
Oh yeah. Did you have a cider donut while you were there?
no, we got some
We got some
ciders,
pumpkin and spice donuts.
alcoholic variety. No, we were at Apple Orchards, and we went to some place where you can buy apple cider and wine. And the people that were serving, I overheard a conversation. This girl was like, "So is it like kazoo or is it kazoo?" And
Get out of here. Are you being...
no, for real. I wanted to ask, but at the same time, it was just a lot of explaining.
Yeah. How would you know this? I've been following you for months.
Well, yeah.
And, so I'm wondering,
it's kazoo.
Were they discussing the Whisker Crew?
The Whisker Crew. So that's kind of weird.
That is weird.
It was weird.
How close were you to like the Kalamazoo area?
I have no idea. I was in Holland.
Oh, I know where that is.
That's not too far.
That's got all the windmills and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there once.
Yeah, you and your wife have this thing about
What?
you have 1 minute of sadness in a state. And you're like, I'm done with this whole state. I don't even want to go there anymore.
Well, at least I don't do that with podcasts because I have several minutes of podcasts.
Yeah, that's true.
That are sadness.
I will say I get Mac's point because I was working and I overheard someone talk about a local coffee shop and said it was really great. And I was like, just popped my head. I'm like, hey, that place is really great. And they're like, what? Why are you butting in this conversation? It's like, I was backing you up.
Yeah.
Like, first off, you're talking loud enough that I was able to hear you 75 yards away.
Yeah.
I figured everyone could just jump in.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize it was a secret conversation since you're screaming it. I mean, I guess, they're talking through plexiglass and masks and stuff, but whatever.
Do you? Now, I've done this long before the plexiglass and the masks, but when people are I won't say ignorant enough because you have the earpiece in and stuff, but when you're just walking around, you're like, hey, so what's up? Okay. I don't know that you're talking to an imaginary guy in your earpiece. So I turn around and I go, nothing much, And then when you tap your ear, if you tap your ear ignorantly, like I'm not talking to you, a-hole, then I proceed to answer the rest of the questions you ask because I'm too dumb now to know that you're not talking to me. You had to show me violently.
Right.
So I'm now part of your conversation to the point where you'll hang up and be like, I'm sorry. And then I turn around and I just laugh,
Well, I'd take it another route when they do that. I'm like, oh, you're on the phone. Say hi from Ted.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, say hi from Ted. Like, let's get it. Like, what does he think? Let's get this. And like, I try to like, yeah, I knew you were on the phone. I wanted to be a part of the conversation. You made me a part of the conversation by talking out loud right in front of me. So
I like your high road. I take the low road.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm more of a cynical. I'm going to make. Oh, you're going to feel like garbage.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Hey, high road sounds like it works. Okay, just I don't get on that overpass.
No. Is there a tunnel?
Yeah, I go through the tunnel. And while I'm there, I wreck a lot of stuff. It's like that one we drove through when we were going to out east. The one where you drive through the like there's no room. I can't remember where it is. It's it's in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But when you drive through there, it's like when you're driving in a regular car and there's like semis all around you, you're like, okay, if somebody makes a move wrong right now, we are all going to perish.
Yeah, I think George Lucas drove through that before he did into Star Wars.
Right.
They're going down the trench. Like, whoa, we are right up against this thing.
Yeah.
I was driving back with my mom once, and she hates it when her car gets under half a tank.
Yeah.
So we hit that tunnel, and it did the ding, 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 ding. So it means, you've got 50-ish miles left to go.
Right.
But then they shut the tunnel down because there was an accident. So now we're on the wrong side of the tunnel. I don't know. And there's a turnpike, so it's not like there's exits all the time. There's just those weird, like, here in Illinois, we have, like, rest areas. But in Pennsylvania, they have, like, restaurants and gas stations off the side of the road. I know one of those is somewhere beyond the tunnel, but I don't know where. And the whole time, like her knee was shaking the car so hard because she was freaking out. And I was like, look, I turned the car off. It's fine. I know it's 15 degrees outside, but it's either push the car or freeze to death.
Yeah.
I'm going freeze to death right now.
Yeah. Hey, good luck pushing that car through that tunnel
right,
with the door open.
I was like, I've never seen him shut down this tunnel before. That's going to be a problem. Because I was like, we got it. No problem. There's one on the other side of this tunnel. Turns out, though, it was not on the other side of that tunnel. It was on the other side of the next tunnel.
Really?
Yeah, so that was like 40 miles away. She was not happy.
No. And you know what's funny is that all I said was, I talked to some guy on the phone, and this is where we got.
Yeah, well, it's good because sometimes we come in here and we're like, "So, what do you got?"
Yeah,
nothing.
So no, but it's been 2 weeks too. So it's like I won't say that I missed either one of you guys because I don't feel that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're mutual.
Yeah.
You know, like you kind of feel like the break wasn't long enough, maybe. You know.
Yeah. It was not. I mean, do you want? Since we brought up Kazoo twice now, do you want Eric? Eric's is just a real quick thing. I don't think he's looking for backers or anything. It's just an idea.
What's he have?
It's an idea. Let me
because I have not heard this.
So he's like,
this is weird. You're pitching me.
Yeah, I know.
By the way,
I have two ideas, both from people named Eric.
So disclaimer. I still get 51% of this company, no matter what it is. Okay.
This is totally,
all right. You can pitch me, and if I'm in, I still get 51%.
So he's like, you know how you give people the finger guns? You know, you walk by and you give them.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, what if you give a device that when you do that, it's like an old cap gun where it makes a little noise. And he was, what was the name he tried? It was something about bangers for finger bangers, I think you wanted to call them.
I got to tell you right now, I'm on board right now.
Yeah, he thought you would be.
I'm on board.
Yeah, that's all he had. He was just a
so like pitch. A cap gun when you're like, you know,
when you're like,
click, click. Yeah.
Instead of doing that, like it actually makes a little, you know, like a louder noise.
That would be so great.
Yeah. And that could be your thing. And he said, he suggested the name of finger bangers.
I like where he's going. Hey, Mac, you in?
I'll contribute $6.
Wow, that's $6 more than any other business idea.
Okay, from now on, I'll give you the ideas to pitch. All right. I'm going to give you my ideas to pitch.
It'll be so smooth. So this one that I came up with is.
I'm going to need a solid read. All right. I'm going to need to read through like you've read it before.
I can do a pretty good cold read. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's like when I do a show in Crystal Lake, and they're like, "Hey, we do announcements." The host does announcements, and I'm like, "Okay." Usually, it's like, "Hey, our next show is this." You know, we have an upcoming event. You know, they handed me the first time I went there. They handed me a sheet with like 9 paragraphs on it. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I didn't realize that this was a soliloquy, but we'll get through it. And then they got to the end, and the guy in the front row was like, "Oh, you did that really well," and I was like. Yeah, I can't do comedy, but I can read. Yeah, so I appreciate it.
The Wilson monologues.
Yeah,
sit with me, folks. Sit with me, folks.
Seriously. And then one of them, I don't think it was that one. It was one of them. I went. They're like, "Hey, coming up this summer, we'll have some real comedians on stage." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Do you, like, I know that. I know I'm not one, but the other people that are here, that's kind of rude." Like, did you run this by the headliner before you wanted me to say this?
What we're telling you is the prices are about to go way up. Okay, you thought you saw comedy tonight, but prices are about to get way out.
Those
of control.
$20 you paid are not going to cut it. I'll give you a reserve, but I won't get you a ticket.
So anyway, Eric, I'm down for finger bangers. I got 51%. I'm pretty sure the website's already taken, so we're going to have to find something else.
Yeah,
but,
even with a Z, I think it's probably gone.
Yeah.
I'll Google it real quick.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Do that on your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So anyway.
I'm going to Google a lot of stuff now that I have Brian's password.
Yeah, now that we have Brian's Wi-Fi. Why is he all of a sudden he's under suspicion for several things?
No.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna another. I got one more. I'm gonna throw it out real quick. A guy named Eric that we sat across from him at Jim Flanagan's recording.
Yeah.
So we sat across from him. I've only met him a few times, but through comedy. I don't know. He said that he put on social media, does anyone have a bar of soap that they just use for their butt crack? And I was like, hey, that's an idea. I'm going to steal it. So I think we should have one that's called the Nope Soap. So people come over, hey, should I use that soap? Nope. Hey, is this soap safe to use? Nope.
Hey, Nope Soap on a rope.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's good for it's good for prison too.
Right.
You can sell
that works even better.
Yeah. Instead of Nope Soap on a yo-yo.
Is this a shareable soap? Nope.
Yeah.
Do I use this soap for my face? Nope. See, it's a real quick one. It's not it's just like a plan.
Yeah.
It's not like a whole business idea yet, but just saying.
Because I would have been like,
Yeah.
It's not soap.
Yes.
It's gotta be to the point.
Right. Nope. I feel like Brian would be in on this. He's already he's already the spokesperson.
Yeah. Brian, you in?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's solid. Hey, we're back to normal.
If we could get a business where the tagline could be "I wasn't paying attention,"
right.
Brian's in.
Yeah.
He's just automatically. All right.
Hey, by a show of not paying attention, who's in on this deal?
I wasn't paying attention. Nailed it. It wasn't even intentional.
I do the killing.
That one.
Someone changed the correct button on me.
And the best part is, on the screen, he isn't scrolled down so we can see it.
Yeah.
Look how smart you are, Brian.
Man, we got to wake him up earlier more often.
I don't know. We seem more awake for our 7 o'clock recording than our 9 o'clock.
Correct. I will do my own.
I was going to do it.
Correct.
Doing your own button.
So I put a little poll out because today's Halloween. Okay.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Well, while we're, I got to rock. So while we're doing this, we're recording on Halloween, but it'll come out on the 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay. But I wanted to go over. Yeah, he's got his mask on.
That's a scarecrow.
First off, major improvement. Okay.
Yeah.
So second off,
Scarecrow sounds like Darth Vader.
other than he keeps bumping into the microphone because he has no depth perception when he puts his mask on.
He's wearing a mask from the Christopher Nolan Batman movies that looks like the Scarecrow.
Where's my phone? Yeah.
The one thing he's worried about.
He's
not worried about the mixer or how we sound. Where's my Google?
Can't see the microphone.
Can't see my Google. Okay, so you put a poll out on
I
social
put a
media.
poll out about candy.
Candy, yeah.
The best and worst.
Which is weird because there were some votes for the same candy for both best and worst.
So I think the ones that got the most response. First off, everybody's down for chocolate. All right, so chocolate's like the number one winner.
But that's the same way as like getting a fish sandwich. Chocolate. Yeah. Can you be more specific? What's in that sandwich? There's a lot of fish out there.
No. My sister-in-law then this morning, she wrote a paragraph.
Yeah.
I read that.
But she's wrong. There's nothing wrong with Twix. Twix is fine.
Twix is fine, but when she's like, it's something about Almond Joy or something with the coconut. And I'm like, first off, no, you don't give a kid or me.
Almond Joy's got nuts.
Yeah.
Mounds don't.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, right? But I don't like that stuff. So I was like, nah, I'm out on that. But the number one, I think, vote getter, I guess, for favorite was like a Reese's.
Yeah.
Peanut butter cup.
That's usually top.
That's a staple.
Yeah.
It's a staple.
I noticed the Zero Bar didn't get any votes.
No, the Zero Bar did not. You know what? The mixed bag was what do they call Mary Jane's?
The Mary Jane peanut butter like peanut butter something.
Peanut butter taffies, yeah. But they're the everybody knows them. They're the black and orange wrapped.
They look like saltwater taffies, but they're wrapped in black and orange.
You think they might be caramel, then you find out they're not. Then and you're like, okay, so there's levels of disappointment there. I'll be honest with you, I don't mind those, but because they're kind of like the bit of honey.
Yeah, I don't. I enjoy them. I don't. It's again like I don't go
I
my way
like
for
that
them.
everybody else doesn't like them.
Yeah,
because that means there's more.
Right.
Yeah,
but yeah, your sister-in-law liked them.
Yes,
Jaylene, her friend, liked them.
Yeah.
Most people put them down as no.
Oh yeah. No, it was really. It was.
Yeah, it was a. I will say that there is a show on YouTube called Good Mythical Morning that's done by these two people called Rhett and Link, who are very similar to us. They grew up together. They actually have a lot of similar stories that we have, like but they're doing this thing now, and they just voted that the Zero Bar is the worst candy bar.
Really?
Yeah. But they just went candy bars. They didn't go candy.
Yeah.
I feel like the peanut butter things would have been.
So here's
the
deal: candy corn wins hands down. Okay.
Now here's the thing: is it in any form? Because those pumpkins are just candy corn with better representation. You know the little pumpkins, like
I know what you're talking about.
They're the exact same candy. They just have a better agent.
Yeah, no, because
people are like, oh, well, those are okay. Well, it's the same as candy corn, you dumb.
So I'm not going to jump to the dead to me list now, but candy corn is dead to me again.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, every year I think like Jolly Ranchers makes a candy corn. It doesn't. If you put it in, if you call it candy corn, it doesn't matter who makes it. Reese's could make it. It would probably not be good.
Yeah, it's like eating a candle.
Yeah.
I think they've only made one batch of candy corn in 1958.
They're like, we got to get rid of it. Are you guys out of business? Look, we haven't been producing.
Look, we made
like 57 years.
We filled like 100 silos with this. We don't know what we were thinking. We need to get this. He is still wearing that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he could be asleep and we wouldn't know now. So that's pretty smart.
Next week we walk in, he's got that on.
He was so excited that we were. He was so excited we were recording on Halloween. I can wear my sleeping mask.
It's just a sleeping mask that covers eyes. It's like, what are you? Tired.
It's just a big tire that's over his face. Oh, we get that one.
I'm tired.
Oh, man. I hope all those people that responded are actually going to actually listen to hear us talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll put those polls out and they'll be like 1,000 responses, and then no one listens to us talking about it.
Well, I put it on my own social media, not on the page. I am finding with whenever I try to put links and do stuff, it really slows down who sees it. Like even myself.
If you put any link that takes you out of the social media, the social media will take it, like we'll bury it.
Oh, and it's bad. So I said I just put it right, just words. Mm-hmm. I didn't put a hashtag that checks out, nothing.
Right, nothing.
Because I said I just want to see. And again, it's kind of like when I was searching for alcohol. A lot of people come out of the woodwork, you know, but I had nothing else linked to it, you know.
So what's your favorite or worst?
You know what? You know what I look most forward to, because I don't buy candy bars. Right? Like, you know, I just don't. And I'm one of those guys because I have a favorite that's been of mine since a kid that most people don't like, which is Butterfinger.
My dad really liked Butterfinger. Yeah,
I like Butterfinger, and a lot of people are like that's the grossest. And it might be, it really might be, but I like those. But like I look forward to like maybe the rare 100 grand bar.
Oh,
right.
Now we're talking my language.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even a random like a whatchamacallit, just stuff where it's like okay, come on, you know. Yeah. You know the other one too. I hate to say it, and this might be the one that's my movie candy when I go to the movies. Charleston Chew.
It's weird because both 100 grand bar and Charleston Chew were in the running for the worst ever. And I was like, what are you talking about?
No.
I mean, they didn't vote on it. They like their listeners voted on it. So they got to the 100 grand bar and like, this, you guys are crazy. This is amazing. I pulled that right out. Yeah. They weren't a fan of the Charleston Chew, but I like the Charleston Chew.
Now, do you remember being a kid? First off, that was the most bang for the buck.
Yeah, because it's like 9 feet long. Sure.
Yeah. It's like, I'll put it in my wagon. Yeah. It's still going to drag on the ground when I'm taking it home.
We would go down to the pit stop, not sponsored.
Correct.
I don't even know what it's called now, but that's what it was called. We were there.
Don't call us.
Yeah, so anyway, you're fine.
But we go down there, and then occasionally you'd put it in the freezer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then you break that thing off. But then that was a jaw. But the thing is, it's kind of like a bag of Skittles. Like you get a bag of Skittles, you're like, okay. By the second handful, you're like, this is work.
Right.
By the end of the bag, you're like, am I not done yet?
Right.
Because I want to be done.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
It means you can save it, though. You can hold on to it. You don't like.
I've never saved candy. I'm not familiar with that. Let's take the low road, Ted.
You don't have to plow through the whole thing, but I should have known. Now, here's the thing with Butterfinger. The tagline for long, peanut butter,
Right.
I've never tasted peanut butter that tastes like Butterfinger.
Correct.
So I don't get where it never tasted like peanut buttery to me.
No.
It just tasted like, oh, this is like eating shards of glass.
And that's how people see it. And I will say, it's one of the messiest candy bars. You take a bite and it is all over you.
It's like eating the funnel cake. People have known, oh, did you have the funnel cake, did you?
Or the powdered donuts?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Bill, do you have a couple powdered donuts, did you? Or do you have a severe cocaine problem? I don't know which one you have.
Yeah.
I'm guessing by your biscuit over $400. Yeah. I'm guessing it's going to be the donuts.
Yeah. You got lucky this time. That's the one time it saved you. It's the one time it saved you. I do like the 100 grand. I do like Kit Kat is a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of the Kit Kat.
Yeah.
What about so you're a Snickers fan?
Yeah, you said Snickers.
Yes.
Yeah.
He couldn't tell we were talking to him.
Yeah. I can't see you. He's probably got his phone propped up right inside of there.
Actually, I just realized I can't drink my coffee.
Well, take it off.
I can't.
You want a straw?
It's not the Mrs. Doubtfire makeup. You can take it off.
Yeah. We still know it's you.
Oh my God, where'd Brian go? It's like a peekaboo game with a 2-year-old. Where'd he go? I don't know.
No, I like the Reese's Pieces compared to the M&M's.
Oh, I'm a big Reese's Piece. Now M&M's then came out with the peanut butter trying to compete. You can't. The Reese's Pieces are so much better.
Yeah. Well, the peanut butter ones are huge. It's like the size of a peanut M&M.
Correct.
So it's all peanut butter.
Right. Yeah.
And Reese's Pieces is just enough.
Yeah. I don't know if you had the Reese's peanut butter cups with the Reese's Pieces in them.
I have.
Those are a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I'd like them or not like them, but no, you get a bag of Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, those are tough to not get through.
Yeah.
Even
if it's the big movie size bag.
Did I eat all of those? That's crazy. Now, I like Dots. I know a lot of people don't like those, but when I go to movies or Sour Patch Kids.
I like Dots too. I don't like Sour Patch Kids, but I like Dots. And I do realize a couple people even threw around there, Dots are, that's the worst. And it may be. It's a personal taste, everybody. Yeah. That's why it was so weird to see Oh, I love
because someone was like,
that.
it was literally back to back. Someone's like, I don't know what they're called, but I hate those orange and black ones. And the next post within the same minute was, oh, these are the best. And it was a picture of those exact things that were described in the post above it. And I was like, oh, well, here we go.
I think Allie said that she didn't like the banana Laffy Taffies or the Laffy Taffies. And then Ed hopped right on. He's like, I love those Laffy Taffies. And I don't mind the Laffy Taffies in certain flavors.
I asked my mom on the way down if she wanted to stop.
Yeah, if she wanted to stop.
She's like, no, that's too expensive. I'm like, oh, you remember that story because it's about you. Yeah.
But that's why I said it was a cool mixed bag. I did not see one person though. Well, I shouldn't say that. Somebody suggested, I don't remember who, because there was so much banter going back and forth about a different kind of candy corn.
It was caramel apple candy corn.
Correct. And then somebody said, well, I'm going to try that then. I still don't. I've tried different, like Jolly Rancher makes some of this and that. I've tried. I just don't care for it.
Well, I'm glad because I was going to go buy some of the peanut butter taffies here as a joke last night and bring them here, but turns out you like them, so I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yes.
I'm glad my laziness paid off. I was like, I don't feel like it.
I didn't want to bring him joy on accident.
There was Starburst wasn't in there or Skittles or any
No.
Jolly Ranchers
no, but
and
you know what?
like that didn't come up as a thing.
But I think, and again, I haven't been a kid in a long time, as we know, because I'm mid 40s.
Yeah, mid 4, 5, 6.
So, but I do remember going back when you would get to pick candy or something. Say you went to the gas station or you went somewhere and you got to actually pick candy and get some. I would usually pick then like the Starburst or the Skittles or something like that because I felt like the value. Or the Charleston Chew. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting more bang for your buck. Hence,
because they weren't getting you a king size bar if they even had those back then.
I don't know.
I will notice that the fun size now, like we bought a bag of Halloween candy.
Oh, they suck.
Well, now it's a half size of the fun size.
Yeah, it's not a fun size. It's a suck size. It sucks.
Like Brian, the size Snickers we have to hand out, like you can only fit the S on it. That's the only thing the label says is S.
Yeah. Yeah. By the time you open it, it's like, okay, your thumbnail's bigger than the Snickers, and again, that's fine.
Yeah, because do we really need that amount of candy? No, but like it's not even fun size anymore.
No, but what's weird is if you look, you probably, and again, I'm not buying Halloween candy this year. We go out trick or treating. I'm not. If I leave a bowl at my house,
just in case, but I don't know what's going to happen this year.
But if I leave a bowl at my house, it's the first kid gets it all, and the second kid finds an empty bowl. So
are you the first kid?
Yeah. So we're not going to do that, But I will tell you that Jim's texting me. What is that mask? You must be on social media right now, Brian. Yeah. You can see to do his social media.
Is that why you can't take it off?
That would be correct.
Okay.
Well, it does not pertain to us whatsoever.
You know what my coffee has?
What?
A lid that keeps the heat in. You know what Brian's coffee has? No lid.
Nothing. You should have got a straw. Then you might have been able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's putting his finger through there. Yeah.
Can I get in there?
But so that being said, just two more things I had questions about Halloween. I was going to ask how old is too old to dress up, but apparently 30-something is.
I don't. No, that's not what you asked. You asked how old
to go out and trick or treating.
Yeah, how old to dress up and trick or treat. And honestly, so I don't mind seeing a teenage kid come to my door with little kids or this or that. Do you?
Just to put a pin in that, Andrew was very upset with our claim that you can't take your birthday off as an adult. Because I feel this ties into your question here. That is like, how old is too old?
Correct. Well, Lori was too.
Oh yeah, Lori was very angry.
That. I got private message with Wilson in it.
Yeah. I was his private dancer. And
and
they're still wrong.
I still stand my ground.
Yeah, they're still wrong.
I still stand my ground.
No.
So, but that being said,
Andrew was like, I haven't worked my birthday in my entire adult career, and I'm like, you might want to take that adult out of that sentence.
Well, then there's odds are, Andrew, you're going to be wearing your Halloween costume when you have your birthday off. When I ask this question,
no, I don't mind it. I don't honestly. I don't care. I don't even care if they come around with little kids. You know what? If they're polite and they're just walking around with their friends, and if they're doing that, I'd rather have teenagers, 13 through.
I'm even talking
13 through 18.
I was going to say I get a junior, senior in high school. I don't care.
Yeah. If they're just walking around being polite
right.
and just asking for some free candy, go for it. I don't care.
Right. So, but like as an adult, like Nicole's going to be in her costume. We're going to a party later tonight, okay, at my buddy Lloyd's house.
If Brian shows up in that mask at my house, he's getting a kick in the nuts. He's not getting a candy bar with nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's getting a kick to the nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you feel like a nut, you will, Brian. And sometimes you don't. But that being said, if I wouldn't walk up to your door if I'm walking around with my wife, I wouldn't walk up to your door and go trick or treat. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an adult.
Right.
So that cutoff is probably about high school age, right? Like if you're out of high school, you probably shouldn't, be doing that. But again, I'm in the same boat. If you're respectful and you're not like out causing a scene and being ignorant.
Yeah.
And you want to come do it because you're home from college and you got a group of kids, then go do it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If they're doing that, that's much better than some of the other things they could be doing.
Correct. And if your whole goal, because seriously, if I thought about that, and I didn't go to college, you did.
Yeah.
But if you were to go around and just trick or treat and be like, hey, look, we're going to get enough candy to where the party later on is going to be awesome.
We're
going to go around and trick or treat.
Support your party, no problem.
But if you're doing it respectfully, I'm cool with that. So you're not really setting an age on then. You'll hand candy to anybody on your door.
Pretty much.
Brian, you'll hand out candy to anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and dressing up, I don't care. Go to a party, have fun.
Right.
Like, I don't think there's any age limit where you should stop dressing up. To be frank, like I don't think people need to like wait for Halloween. If you want to have a costume party in March, go ahead and do it. I don't care about that. It's when something's just get a little weird.
So pause for a second. I'm getting later after we're done today, I'm getting the final stuff to finish my basement that I've been working on forever. And so when I have that
since
done,
the year 2000, yeah, it's been
since
forever.
basements were invented.
Yeah.
So
I think we're gonna dig under the house. Let's see how that turns out.
But when I do that, I want to have an 80s party. So you are correct. You can do a themed party or do
I have
dress
an outfit.
up. Huh?
I have an outfit.
I bet you do. You gonna drown dork?
Yeah, I am. I have the actual shirt.
But when you do that stuff, I'm okay with that and different things. But you're right. I'm only dressing up tonight because honestly, Lloyd's like, look, it's adult only party. You have to be in a costume. Cool. I'll be in a costume.
It's adult only. Just you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just go as Fred Flintstone. Just leave that top shirt really, really low.
Yeah.
Really
Eric, I'm going to
cut.
need your fire suspenders, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to borrow those. But no, I don't mind dressing up to do that, but I don't find joy in it anymore. I did up until, I don't know, probably mid-30s. I would do it with the kids and we'd walk around and I'd be in costume of some kind. I don't anymore. You know?
I'm just amazed every year at the amount of stuff you can get for Halloween. Like it just gets more and more and more.
Oh yeah.
You can decorate just as elaborately as you can for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Which is also like crazy how much stuff you can get now.
There's people that have the music and everything too with the lights. Like you pull up and you turn to that radio station,
right? And
you're doing, and it's like for Halloween.
Yeah, and they have Halloween trees now. Like one of our friends put a picture up. And one of our other friends is like, you have your Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's a Halloween tree.
It's a Halloween tree.
Full size, has completely full of Halloween ornaments.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like that's the thing.
If that brings you joy.
That's the thing is it's not for me. I don't get it. I don't do it.
Right.
But I don't mock or make fun of anyone who wants to do that. It's just I'd have never had that like, it's Halloween, let's go all out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something I'm missing out on. I don't know.
So then
I'm missing out on fun every Saturday morning, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Not last Saturday.
That's true.
You were in
Branson money.
So then the last part of the question, because just truth be told, I sent these three to you guys early because I feel like we come out of the box really good today, which is cool because we are slow starters.
Yeah.
We build, we do the 5K. We start out at the churro stand, all right? And then we go, and then, oh my goodness, they have funnel cakes too. Then you do that.
We're very much like the rabbit where like we just kind of like, the turtle's going to get there before us. We better take off now.
Yeah, we better start now.
Yeah.
Starting now.
Yeah.
But the other one was couples costumes.
I've never done it.
Okay. Are you opposed to it? Are you opposed to it?
I think if it's done well, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's when people have to go like, the hell is this? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you look at someone, you're like, I don't. Like if you're dressed up as an egg and she's dressed up as bacon, I get that.
Right.
It's bacon and eggs. But it's like,
if she's an astronaut and I'm an egg, it's like, what is that?
It's Tang. No, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Don't get it. Well, they took Tang to the moon. I'm like, still, I don't get the egg part. I don't want to know. That's fine. I don't like it. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't mind if couples have costumes together. I think it's weird when couples dress the same when it's not a holiday.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you're just like, just a random July and you're in the mall and you're like, what? Is this so in case you get separated, we can put you back together? What is this?
What about you, Mac? Couples costumes?
No, don't like it.
Don't like it?
It's so hard to talk to him with that mask.
First off,
because the whole thing just like turns as one. Like
I feel like this is
don't
the
like
most
it.
we've connected since we've ever been doing this. And you are so much easier for me to look at right now. It's not even funny.
It's amazing with all the masking and everything we have to do that today is the first day where it's like, I feel safe in here.
I do the killing.
See? Oh, so much pain. I love that board. All right. So
we didn't get your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the...
my thoughts, seriously, I'm going to be doing that later. I have...
Please tell me you're the front of the horse and she's the back of the horse.
Right. First off...
Is this horse excited or...
First off, I have no business, anybody who knows me, ever being the back of the horse.
You're the horse's ass. Don't give me that.
I'm just talking about the lower section. She has a way better shot of being more accurately representing it. So anyway, and I'll leave it there. And stop laughing. You don't have to laugh so hard because it's not.
I'm looking at Brandon. Like,
yeah, you're looking
no
at Brandon.
read. There's no read.
Hey, yeah.
He could be dead in that mask.
His side eye today. You're not going to get any of it.
You're getting none of it.
You're going to have give him a finger bang. If you're doing the side eye, give him a finger bang so he knows.
Don't finger bang me.
You finger bang Ted if you're doing a side eye.
I hate you, Williamson. If you're listening this far in, I still hate you.
So, yeah, at least let him know the side eye is coming. Finger bang.
Oh,
no,
wow.
I am actually, and see, she won't hear this, so it's good because she has no idea what I'm doing. So she is going as Carol Baskin. Go figure, right? We love that.
Goddamn Carol Baskin.
She's going as Carol Baskin, but she's going as dance because her favorite show is Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
So she's doing Dance with the Stars, Carol Baskin. She's got her headpiece. She's got all this stuff. I mean, she's ready to go.
Is she going to walk into Eye of the Tiger?
Possibly. I'm probably going to set that on a phone and have a speaker on me and do that for her. But she doesn't know that either. But I'm just going as, because I don't want to dress up. So I had this big, long sleeve T-shirt, whatever you will. It was orange. I gave it to my buddy's wife, Shelly, who does our shirts and stuff and does our stickers, which I'm placing an order for that stuff.
She turned it into a tiger?
She turned it into a tiger. And on the front, it just says, "Grr, bitches." That's what it says. And then I bought a $7 tiger tail that's like extremely, like obnoxiously long. So on me, it'll probably look like nothing,
Yeah.
But, and I'm just going to hang that off my belt in the back. And that's it. I'm dressed up. So I'm going as something.
I will never financially recover from this.
Yes. So I won't. It's $7.
You know who made me wear this costume?
Yeah.
Carol Baskin.
So that's what we're going as. And again, she won't hear this till Monday, so she has no idea. But yeah, I don't look forward to it because I'd rather just be comfortable. But it's comfortable clothes, so I don't care, I guess.
Yeah.
So and
that's the thing I've always wondered. Like when you go to a party and you're doing that, and you get like a really elaborate costume, it's cool when you walk in for the first pictures and everything,
right?
But then you're walking around with like a refrigerator box in your head that you've turned into like
right. Yeah, a porta-john. I've seen those too. They're neat looking, but it's like, or the guy, the one, alien
did
one.
you send me? A lot of people send me this one where the guy, like, you wear black pants, but then you put jeans like on like a gimbal, and then you screw the shoes to your hoverboard. And
And I sent it to you.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those where it looks like Marty McFly is on the hoverboard, but it's really your legs aren't in the thing.
Yeah,
and that's kind of cool because you could probably just like pop that off.
Right.
But there's ones where you have to stand in a costume, so you're the legs of like the dinosaur or whatever, and then it looks like he's eating your legs. So then you're like in an inflatable costume. But like, do you wear that the rest of the night? Is that just in a corner?
Down? Right. How do you sit down? How do you,
I guess I sound like an old man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go outside and yell at some clouds. Those kids were by my lawn with their bikes again, Damon.
Yeah. I'm going as Ted's lawn. You get out of that costume right now. You got no...
Oh, we did some landscaping at our house. That's not really exciting, but you mentioned it earlier, so.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
We put planting beds around the whole house, cleaned it all up, had the house power washed.
Really?
Yeah. So from the outside, it looks like,
Had it or did it? Pressure washing a house ain't fun.
No, we had someone do it.
Okay. Yeah, I've done that several times.
I have a 2-story house, and the second story is like 19 feet in the air. I'm not doing that.
And I'll be honest with you, too. For me, big shout out to the Orkin, not sponsored.
Yeah, call me.
Yeah, call me. But since they've sprayed my house, no more spiders. Because, like I said, the spiders single-handedly ruined the siding in front. I was pressure washing my house once a week.
Did they go in the trees and decorate for Halloween for you?
No, they spray everything out in front.
Nice.
They do it all. And then I have the trampoline in back where my daughter was, and around my pool and deck. They did all that.
Since Nicole isn't going to listen to this till later, did you ask him to spray the dog?
We're live.
Yeah, we're live now.
It's not it's his answer.
We better not be live. What do you mean we're live?
We weren't.
Were we for my whole costume?
No.
Oh, I was going to say.
We took a break.
Oh, we took a break.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The more you know. And there goes the rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah, his costume where he's going to be...
the costume. Yeah,
he's going to be Bo Duke, that costume.
So, I talked about the dead to me earlier. And because I want to get into some strange stories before we're done.
Okay.
And other than the strange stories we've already shared with each other, your Branson stories are pretty strange.
We went to Guy Fieri's restaurant in Branson.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was it good?
So if you order a steak sandwich around here, you get like a full... If it's called a steak sandwich, you get like a full piece of steak.
It's a big sandwich.
Yeah, it's a ribeye usually on a piece of... This was shaved steak. But they asked me, do you want pink or no pink? So I think if it's a full piece of steak, I'm like a little pink. It was not. It was shaved steak. I've never had a shaved steak sandwich where
a little pink would be all pink.
Yeah, it was like the sandwich. Like it looked like I was eating it on like strawberry jam on a bun. I was like, no,
wrapping a cow's ass.
Call me.
In bread. Yeah, no,
it was weird.
Really?
Yeah, the fries were good though.
Yeah. Well, I got to think
they were made out of potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah, not taters.
Not taters. That was another thing
we got yelled at about that too. Yeah, I got yelled at. I took a lot of heat for that. Still sticking to it. It's either tots or it's potatoes. That's what you get. Anyway, go in your weird stories.
All right. So, no. Dead to me list first.
Oh, yeah, dead to you list. Right,
candy corn, dead
Dead
again, because I did try it. Dead again. Still dead.
I was on your dead to you list earlier. Am I still dead?
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yes.
That was from the other night. Amazon Prime.
Oh, is dead to you?
They're dead to me.
Give me that story.
Okay. So, essentially, the stuff that I'm waiting for my costume and this and that. Well, first we go back to my
also, son. Bezos, eat it. Go ahead. Yeah. I know you're listening.
Call me. So anyway.
Alexa, could you have Bezos call me? Yeah. If my phone rang right now, I would literally run out of this building.
We found the keyword. His watch is going off. Hello, Ted. So no, what happened is I ordered a chair. Of course, when we
talked about this, yeah.
The chair never showed, so fine, it's done. So I go and I order this stuff that I need for this weekend, and it says, be here tomorrow, be here tomorrow. Now, this is Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, because I only look for stuff on Prime. I'm not looking for stuff that, it'll be here November 2nd. Cool, I don't need it November 2nd,
right.
you know?
Right.
So I go and I'm ordering this stuff, and then I place the order, and then the next day it says, it'll be there November 4th. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. You know? It's not like, let me take your money. And then, no. That's like the people at McDonald's when they're like, you want to ask them at the window, like Sinbad, you say, they got my fries up there? Yeah. You know what I mean? They got my fries? Are they ready? They got my fries? I'm handing you money right now. So I had to cancel stuff and then find other stuff and do this and that. So did I have to settle? Yes. Was it still way more convenient than going to a store and doing this? Yes. So I get it.
But they're still dead to you.
But they're still dead to me.
But it's funny you mentioned that because like if you put this in your card by 7:01, we'll have it there tomorrow. 7:01 and 15 seconds.
Yeah.
November 4th.
Yeah. We're not Central Standard Time.
I bought two pairs of shoes. I got one immediately, and the other one, like, we'll let you know when it's back in stock. And then I was like, hey, I asked you, have you ever been to the Skechers outlet over here? And I'm like, so I said, hey, might stop later. And I'm like, oh, but I just got a notification that your other shoes had shipped. No one told me. So it's a good thing I didn't, because literally the day that I was going to come and like buy other shoes.
Yeah.
Those shoes. That's a good point. When I got to Branson, I realized I left my shoes at my mom's house.
What?
So I had to buy new shoes at a Skechers outlet.
Well, at least Skechers don't have to break in.
Well, that's the thing. I walked 15 miles the next day in brand new shoes.
But you know what? That's totally doable.
Well, that's what's weird. We talked about boots and not getting boots.
Yeah.
So then I went back and I bought Skechers boots. I'm wearing them right now. I got new boot goofing.
New boot goofing.
Like, why didn't I think about this before? Like, I've been trying to find boots to replace. I mean, they're not high. Like, these are Skechers.
Yeah, but how are they?
Oh, they're great. They're fine. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think about this
Skechers,
before? Yeah.
Call me.
Skechers, please call us.
Yeah, call us.
Because I have now in the last.
Yeah.
Because I had to buy those new shoes in Branson. I bought the two other pairs. I bought this pair. I've bought 4 pairs of Skechers in the last 6 weeks. I could use your money.
I'm wearing them right now. And I'll be honest with you, there's 500 pounds of dude right now testing out your product every day.
Yeah,
so we're good. So, hey, the last one.
Okay.
Last one
but not dead to us list. Skechers.
Skechers. Totally alive. Totally alive. Whoa. Look at that guy.
Yeah. Well, he's been waiting for that coffee.
Yeah.
That was a...
Woo. Yeah.
Couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
So much pain.
I love that button. We're putting it in till we touch your brain. We got a couple new buttons and Ted's pushing them. I love it.
Couldn't take it anymore. All right, go ahead. So last one on the W list.
All right. People with thick Canadian accents.
Eh?
Like when I hear the word aboot,
I'm
about to do something. No, you're not. I would almost rather have
Mr. Macaulay. This is Damon speaking, not Ted. I still love you.
Hey, first off, if you start typing your post that way, I'm gonna be irritated. But I read the word about, and I think that's what you're trying to say. So I'm okay. But no, if we were to talk,
it's about freedom.
Yeah, it's
about democracy.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I finish? Can I finish? All right, I'm finished.
Well, so I heard what was it? The process. The process. It's process.
Yeah, they do say processed cheese.
Yes.
Just some other things that I noticed. Oh, they say pasta.
Yeah. And here's the deal. Okay.
Is this your taters? Is this
44
your taters hill?
44 years, so mid 40s.
Yeah.
Okay.
4, 5, 6.
Right. Mid 40s of doing it one way your whole life.
Yeah.
To have someone from basically our attic telling us to do it.
I call it America's hat.
America's, there you go. I call it the attic, but okay.
But we're Canada shorts, so either way.
Yeah.
And our wings hanging out at the bottom down there in Florida. So either way, it doesn't work, but whatever.
We're Canada shorts.
They're America's hat.
We're probably like jorts, actually, but yeah. We're... So, but no, all I can say is, nah.
No,
I don't
I do not care for that, sir.
Yeah, I
no,
will
sir,
give you-
I don't like it.
So that's the dead to me list. And honestly, I feel like it's sufficient. Amazon Prime really needs to step up. Prime means,
I will say, I mean, I don't know much about logistics and shipping. I don't know anything about shipping companies, but it's rough right now. It is very rough getting stuff.
Yeah.
Places. Yeah, it's stuff that used to be from Amazon. You literally order it and they'd be like, doo-doo, like, I just pushed send and now it's at my door.
Yeah.
I know you're there, Bezos. Suck it. Now it's like,
Call me.
Yeah. It literally used to be, next day shipping. Now it's like, oh, we can't get it to you for a week.
Yeah.
But it's weird because they're building those warehouses everywhere. There's like on the double nickel now that I saw there's like 19 Amazon warehouses.
But a week turns into, like I said in the chair,
Well, it used to be like,
then it turns into it's never coming, but it shows it shipped. It's like, oh, it left and it's here.
I'll tell you a secret. I know a little bit about shipping.
Yeah.
You can create a label with a shipping company and it'll say, oh, your item is shipped. No, they just created a label. So if you go and check the tracking number and it says the information has been sent to X shipping company, that just means a label was created. That means nothing. It's not in transit. It hasn't left the place. It hasn't even not even necessarily in a box yet.
Right.
And that's dirty when they do that because they can send you a tracking number like, oh, you can track it now. It's shipped. Like, no, it's not.
Right.
Like, you're not fooling me.
Right. And that's what I did for that chair forever.
I know people.
But at least this one, like I said, and the other stuff I was looking at last week, or this week, I should say, it at least told me right away because I went the next day. I'm like, let me see where it's at. And the one is like, it's already left and it showed like it's in like step 3. I'm like, whoa, that was fast. Okay. But the other one was like, no. So I checked back the next day and it's like, it'll be here on the 4th. I'm like, no, I don't need it on the 4th.
Yeah.
This is either like here by Friday or I don't need it.
Right.
So again, and just don't put it out there if you're not going to do it.
Yeah, that's a good
the whole
point.
reason you're dead to me. It's not because I'm an impatient person. You know that.
I've noticed.
Okay. So, but I don't expect a miracle, but if you tell me it's going to happen, I expect you to make it happen.
Yeah.
That's all. Especially when you're like the number one with all this in the world. I mean, there's nobody bigger than them.
You've ruined everything else.
Yeah. Because I've even, like the same thing, I hate to say it, I've gone on to look for stuff, say at local, at a Walmart or at a Home Depot or this or that, and it says it's in stock in the store, or it says, hey, have it delivered to the store. And you do that, and then it says it'll be there in like 5 days for pickup. And I'm like, I know it's on the shelf.
Right.
So why are you sending another one to the store with my name on it? It's very confusing. Whereas Amazon has that all beat. They have it. Yeah. I mean, it's like, boom, it's here, boom, it's here. But like you said, somebody printed a label. They might not even have my chair there yet on their loading dock to send out from their receiving to their shipping side to send it out.
But they're just doing that to buy themselves time.
Correct.
It's weird though. When I was at the Skechers outlet in Branson, spending Branson money.
Call me.
There was a thing where the lady was like, "Well, it says if you won't give me the online sale here, but it says if I order it online and have it shipped here, I can have that price." And they were like, "Yeah." She's like, The shoes are right there. So you're telling me that if I order online, say pick up at store, while I'm standing right in front of you, and you walk over there and grab those shoes, I can have that price? And they're like, I guess. And I was like, literally on the back, I was like, loophole!
Yeah.
Basically, it'd be like, do it, lady. Don't ask them. Just do it.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do? They can't stop you.
Right.
But it's just silly stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're trying to drive traffic to your stores or you're trying to drive traffic to your website, which one are you trying to do? Just take
Right.
our money.
Yeah.
The lady just wants the shoes.
Well, and you know, I hate to say
like, if it was my business,
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, look, you're right. That's silly. Just, I will find a way to get you those shoes for that price. That makes no sense for you to go through 19 hoops
Yeah.
just to stand here and give me that same amount of money.
well,
Let me make it easier for you. You're the customer.
right. And that's the whole thing too, is being on that side of it. I've been on that side of it, where even your phone will start ringing off the hook. You have people in front of you. I hate to say it, the people in front of me. Now, there's two ways of looking at it.
Yeah, like, I'm going to cut the line because I'm on the phone.
Right.
Yeah.
So the people in front of me, to me, and there's two ways of thinking about it, have always been more important because they took the time to drive in here, to get out of their car, to drag their family out, to do whatever, and they're here. They're in front of me.
Their money's already in your building.
They need my attention.
Yeah.
Well, see, so that's the other thought. Their money's already in the building. So now you should take the phone call and
To
get
their
that money in the building.
I
So,
see.
so there's two ways of thinking about it. See, my way is always, if you're in front of me, you have my attention. That phone can ring off the hook. And then somebody will come back and be like, well, why didn't you answer the phone? You're right here at your desk. I'm with somebody.
Yeah.
Why are we having a conversation right now? Because you're taking attention away. This looks very
Yeah,
unprofessional.
I'm always the people in front of you.
I'm with somebody. And that's just my thought. So same thing with buying shoes. I'm here. If I know then the next time I'll stay home, I'll never come in your store and do this. But see, I like to try stuff on. The one thing I do like.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like buying over. That's the thing with the shoes. I like to try shoes on. And you
Correct.
should always try shoes on at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just a tip from
At the end of the day?
Yeah, because your foot is swell. Your foot will swell up by the end of the day.
Oh,
so
I
your
guess
foot's
that makes
slightly
sense.
bigger
Okay.
at the end of the day. So you put shoes on and like, oh, these are a little tight in the morning. They're gonna suck at night
I gotcha. Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
the way you want.
Yeah. Like in the bite-sized Snickers.
Yes,
The suck size.
Yeah, the suck size.
The
They will be suck size.
So, all right. So we're done with the dead to me.
Yeah, we've been
Amazon, step up your game.
hitting some topics and just going off on
Step
tangents.
up your game. So, all right.
Brian's had
So,
at least 3 naps.
so let's do a couple of weird stories. All right.
Weird stories.
And we're doing it different today. Normally, I would actually like go through this and do the. I thought
You
it'd
get a
be-
little synopsis for us?
Yeah, I'd have a synopsis and I'd have like some of the, hey, here's what it's about, here's this, and then we didn't have anything else to go off of. We'd have banter about it. So what I thought this time, and thank God for giving us the Wi-Fi password, which by the way, if anybody wants it, I'll sell it to you. Okay, so Brian, he will supply Wi-Fi.
He won't
to
sell
everybody.
it, Brian, if you let him use the shower.
Hey, are we in?
No.
Finger bang? Click, click. Nothing? All right, just checking. All right, so
You're going to want a shower after that.
saw that side eye. All right, so anyway,
Taking my $6 back.
our company's now bankrupt, so we are done.
No.
What happened? I finger banged our biggest investor, and he said no.
Pulled right out. Pulled right out.
He pulled right out. So anyway, this one caught my eye. It was engineer designs bot to check if McDonald's ice cream machines are in fact broken. This is kind of amazing.
It's a hot topic, though, because there's so many people that like want ice cream. Like McDonald's, you could sell it. Why aren't you fixing these? Or training people to do them right.
See, and
Because that's mostly what it is. They're not cleaning it right, and it's
Yeah.
giving an error when it's really not broken. They just did something stupid.
right. And that's and they're losing money.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, their soda, I'm sure they make a little money on their soda. But since they'll give you a 55-gallon drum for $1,
Well, it tells you how much that costs them because you know they're making money off of it, and if they
Correct.
can sell it to you, like
Right. So you would think a machine that they're now selling you a smaller size for 3.5, 4 times the price, because it's like
Right.
$4 for a shake,
Right.
So, or a McFlurry, I don't know how much those are. Are
Yeah.
those probably
I know they
the same,
sell the
I'm
cones
guessing?
for like 50 cents or $1 in the summer,
Yeah.
but they never have to because it's always broken.
So, but there's a guy who's actually inventing something to go in there. This is actually new from October of this year. So
That's the same month we're in now.
oh my goodness, we're at first and first.
Yeah, we
The
are.
center of the universe.
Want to go to that Fifth Third ATM?
So with this, I'm going to tell you right now. Oh, the McRib's back. Ooh.
Yeah, McRib's coming in December.
Hey, Brian, McRib's coming back.
Nationwide this
Hooray.
time. Nationwide.
Yeah,
We're going to bring a couple in.
It wasn't before.
No, they would just bring it here.
Yeah, it was marginal. I'm going to be honest with you.
We'll bring it in here. I'm not going to eat it. I'm just going to leave it here, and it'll smell like that for 6 months.
Do you know the worst part about doing it this way is you have to rely on this Wi-Fi to get all this stuff to pull up.
I did a speed test. His Wi-Fi was fine.
I
I was
understand.
going to say, is it really that bad?
It's not pulling up. Well, then I have to read
Oh, is that what you tell
what
your
it
wife?
is. Yeah, I have to read.
Did you tell your wife? Honey, it's not pulling up.
It's still
the
buffering.
Wi-Fi.
It's still
the
buffering.
Wi-Fi.
It's the Wi-Fi.
I told you we should go to fiber. This is terrible.
Damn you, Comcast.
The down speed is great, but the upload is...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes down real quick.
Wait, you wanted this live? Oh yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So how about if I just skip down to the next story?
Yeah, go to the next story. That was the weird one. The one that you showed me the headline. I was like, ooh, all right.
Okay, so this one, fossilized butthole answers long-standing questions about dinosaur sex life.
That's all I saw, Brian. That's all I
was
know.
just staring at Mac while his eyes roll back and forth to both of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
These are real stories we're going over right now.
yeah, this.
That's
Dude,
a scientific way
it's
to
a
say
real
it.
thing. That's a real thing.
By
like
the way,
dinosaurs.
Fossilized Butthole was your nickname in high school.
It's the name of my band.
I didn't know my band was scientific. She blinded me with science.
Wow.
Thomas, don't call me. All right, go
You
ahead.
want to be sponsored by a guy who wrote a song in the 80s?
I'll take anything at this point.
You know what, though? Hey, Tony Danza, if you're listening,
Yeah, exactly.
call me. And seriously, if Duffy gets a hold of him, to sponsor this stuff, for autograph pens, I want to talk to Tony Danza. So, no, I got to be honest with you. I'm reading this, and it's not as funny as the title sounds.
That's the problem with not doing research.
Yeah, that's really the trouble with not doing research. Wow.
Funny story. Man does not research. Funny headline.
Yeah.
Goes nowhere.
But so
Film
these
at
are
11.
supposed to be funny headlines, okay? The next one, and it's weird headlines. Sorry, I didn't pick funny. That's what it is. Because the next one is pregnant Texas girl found in boyfriend's freezer. That is not.
That's not funny.
Yeah.
No.
That's not. That gets a response from Mac.
Yeah.
I do the killing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to put chickens in the freezer.
Yeah.
A little too close to home.
Okay. Dude, they have 2 butthole stories. The ultimate challenge: world's first micro robot to operate inside living butthole.
Well, I don't really see the need to operate in a dead butthole. So I don't really think they needed that part.
Well, this one, you did blind me with science, I guess.
What? Looking for polyps and stuff? What
That's
are
all.
they doing
Well, and that's all your germs. I mean, trust me. I guess if you
there? Have
were
you
to
had a
swab,
colonoscopy?
yeah, I have when I was younger.
When you were younger?
Yeah, I did. I did when I was younger.
Younger? Those are things you get when you're older.
Well,
It was for fun.
yeah,
He lost a bet.
Yeah.
yeah. It was at a dumpster behind Denny's,
Yeah.
but no, it was. We had a. I won't say it was a.
It's an elective surgery, of course, but I wouldn't elect to have it.
Doctor really tried talking me out of it. I'm like, you get your camera. Imagine doing that in the 80s. The size of those cameras. Woo, that would hurt.
Did I say JVC on the side? No thanks.
They pull the tape out. It's got a full-size tape in there for VCR. Hey, could you pull the tape out after you pull the camera out?
They just have one guy on the wall with a big giant hand crank that advances it. Tick, 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 tick.
It's like dropping the chains on a cruise ship.
Oh no, the stopper release.
Sir, you're not gonna want to eat anything, iffy for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, you might want to have Dinty call you.
On the bright side, never seen anybody take chains like that before. Man, you are a trooper. Woo. So it just says it's going to be very difficult terrain. We're not landing on the moon here. You know what I mean? I don't know how they're going to operate this. But that goes back to that. Remember the movie that was made when we were Rick Moranis with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the intent was to put them in your butthole, but I'm just saying this is a microbot that's in your butthole.
So more like inner space is what you're saying.
Oh, I kind of remember the premise of that.
Yeah, it was Martin Short and
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid. He was supposed to go into a rabbit and accidentally shot Dennis Quaid into Martin Short.
Yeah.
And so it was like a little spaceship going around inside his body.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you know what? I don't like doing stories like this.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to research them in the front.
I got to have stuff done ahead of time.
Yeah.
And playing with the soundboard did take my mind off being a complete failure. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think we dug it out a little bit.
We did. So here's my question then. We're not going to do strange news stories. We talked about everything else that I felt we needed to talk about. Will you guys be trick-or-treating today? Are you doing any kind of parties? You doing anything at all?
I'm doing sound for a Halloween gig tonight.
This is Halloween.
You might need,
Yeah, you put that on your board.
You want to come do
voiceover.
backup vocals?
Sure, no problem. No problem.
I guess the last thing I wanted to ask, aside from you're doing parties tonight, do you feel, because I've been watching a lot of late night television and I've noticed they put like really crappy stuff for sale. You know, they don't do the infomercials as much anymore, where everybody can, make you rich in real estate or do this and that. But they have like these, what is it? The tummy things or whatever. And they sing all these songs about, they're trying to sell, just stuff to kids. So they put a catchy tune to it. Can you sell anything with a catchy jingle? Do you feel like
Why are they putting these on late at night? If it's for kids?
I don't understand, because the kid has insomnia. Odds are he's not watching HGTV. You know what I mean? That
would put
3
him
in the
to
morning,
sleep, probably. But yeah,
yeah. Parents tried to do that. But I'm just wondering, can you sell anything with a jingle?
Did you ever see the teddy bear for the seatbelt? So it would keep it.
No.
Have you know what I'm talking about? It goes like they have those like cushions for the seatbelt so they don't like rub your shoulders.
Right.
There was a company that came one out called. It was spelled TIDDY bear instead of TEDDY bear. Yeah, you
How
look
did
it up.
they pronounce it?
Titty.
You just gave. Hey,
Go ahead and Google it. TIDDY bear.
You just gave me an idea for a new company.
But they had a little jingle for it. It was on late night TV.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying, but they sold it.
Yeah,
right?
I would imagine.
Yeah,
because they test market those before they put them on nationwide. So I would assume they had some sales before they did that.
Yeah, I just don't understand. So here's my thought. Brian, would you allow me to write you a jingle?
Yeah.
Wow.
For Audiohive Podcasting.
Yeah,
Wow.
totally.
Can I get your $6 back for it?
Depends on if I use it or not.
Oh, so much pain. No,
it's a good point. He wants you to write it on spec.
He can write it.
He wants you to write it on spec.
He wants.
That's what he's doing. He's making you write it on spec. No deposit, no return. I might use it. I might not.
I'm telling you that just like I pay for your time, you're paying for my time.
$6.
$6 is like probably 3 hours of my time. So I'm going to tell you right now that
that's a couple of broken McDonald's shakes. So we're talking lots at stake here.
Couple of broken McDonald's.
Lots at stake.
I did go the other day for hot chocolate. We were building that deck. And I was like, can I get 3 hot chocolates? Because my stepbrother might come over to help do some concrete at the bottom. I can't finish concrete.
I don't know why that ties in, though. Like, you say that like that explains it. I was building that deck, so I needed hot chocolate.
It was cold outside. It was very cold outside, and everybody's hands were cold. So I said, I'm going to get somebody, we're going to get hot chocolate. So I grabbed those on one of my 17 trips at a hardware store. I go to McDonald's there, and my first thought is,
could have gone to my mom's house. I think she has Swiss Miss from 1991.
So I ordered it with the marshmallows. Nice.
Oh, there probably are mushrooms at this point.
So I order 3 hot chocolates, and the kid goes, hold on, let me check. How do you not?
Was he checking if he had hot chocolate? If he had 3?
I asked him, I go, can I get 3 large hot chocolates? Let me check. And I'm
what are we checking?
I'm like, what? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what are we checking right now? Like you don't have a hot chocolate machine. It's not like it's next to the ice cream machine. It's like, look, neither one of these work.
We need the Miser brothers. We need either the heat miser or the cold miser.
His ice cream machine broke. Cool. Give me some chocolate ice cream out of that.
Yeah.
It should be warm.
Right.
And I'll take it.
I'll heat it up the rest of the way.
So then he comes back and he goes, okay. He goes, well, do you want whole milk or skim milk? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, in that question, if you're going to get hot chocolate, you better go with whole milk.
So, I told him, I said, I would say whole milk only because I thought it's going to be real watery if it's skim milk.
Right.
And I went whole milk and he's like, okay. And he goes, let me check. And I'm like,
write it down, buddy.
What are you checking? Do I get the new guy? They're like, hey, you think you'll be okay? Well, he started 6 minutes ago. Give him the headset. Give him the headset. you know?
Can you talk? Put it on.
And I hate to say it, but when you pull up and they're in the first window to take your money and they have the headset on, they can talk to the person in the second window because they're literally like 9 feet away from them.
Right. And it's Wilmington, so they don't have two. So it's not like it's confused. Because I hate when you pull around, they're like, oh, did you have the 16 filet of fish meal? No, first off, that's not a meal. And no, I did not.
I don't know what tons of fun in the car behind me says it is, but it's not a value meal.
Yeah. That's when you have a problem when you have a yield in the middle of your drive-through.
Yeah.
Where people are like, oh, I think I go next. No, you don't. You saw me order and pull ahead.
Right.
Then you're still ordering? That does not mean you cut in front of me up here. Like, right. I don't understand. Like, anyway, I cut you off. But
no. But
this guy's checking on. So now he's checking on whole milk.
Right. Now he's checking on, like, I guess whole milk. Okay. So he comes back. He goes, so you want 3 larges? And I said, yeah, 3 large hot chocolates. I guess
presumably with
whole milk, like that.
Let me check.
And he says it one more time. Let me check. And I'm like,
is he going over to Bellatini's?
You came back to read the same thing that I've told you. So I would say I was put back by it, but I really wasn't, because it's like, it's just par for the course for the day. It's kind of like,
well, if you're going to the hardware store 17 times, your day is not really going.
Well, so fast forward to go backwards. Yeah, that was the whole, hey, we got 5 bags of concrete. How much concrete do you think we need? Oh, 5 bags should do it. Okay. So I got 5 bags. That's after I made the first trip. 5 bags. Gotcha. We got 5 bags. Hey, we're gonna need a couple more. Well, yeah, we're gonna need a lot more because we put 5 in there and it doesn't look to be halfway filled. How many more do you think we need? Probably like 4 more. I go back, get 5. I get 5 more. Come back.
Yeah, because the 5 doesn't halfway fill it.
Right. So I get 5 more. Come back. Now it's almost 2/3 of the way full. Mm-hmm. Apparently it's deeper in some spots, which is fine. So I'm like, how much more do you think we need? I don't know. But short story long, there's 14 bags of concrete at all. And there's an extra bag in the garage. Okay. So anyway, on my second run over there.
Yeah.
And then I was supposed to get a magnesium float. Okay.
Right.
And I
thought you meant like a hot chocolate float.
Yeah.
Can you put the broken ice cream in the broken hot chocolate, please?
Yeah. So I was supposed to get a float. Well, I walk in the door and, my cousin works there. It's in Wilmington there. And she tells me, she goes, how many bags are we getting now? She totally threw me off. I'm like, we're getting 5. I get right in line and I don't get the float. So I got to go back and just get the float. Then I got to come back to find out they're still short concrete. I got to go back and get more concrete. It was hysterical. So on like the second or third trip, I do the hot chocolate thing. So the kid comes back a third time. And literally all he does is like recaps what we've already talked about. Like listen, here's the Cliff's Notes.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, you wanted 3 hot chocolates with whole milk, correct?
Whole milk. Yeah. Let me check. And he goes away one more time. I'm like, where is this guy going?
Do you go to the grocery store?
That's what.
All right. Do you guys have whole milk here? Oh, there. Thank God, because that's what I offered him.
Okay. You just see him running because the grocery store's next door. You just watch him run. Hey, so I'm gonna another
is Southern Comfort eggnog good? Because that's all they had.
Yeah. My hot chocolate's 90 proof, and so anyway, this is an awesome story.
It tastes nutmeg in this.
We're gonna come back to this, okay?
Right.
And then we'll come back to this in a second. But I literally watched a guy, and I don't know if I ever told this story on here, but I went to Rax, and I got like 17 bags worth of food for like I paid like $15 for what I ordered.
Right, because you were worried that when you came back, they'd never be there again.
Right. So, but did I tell this story already?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I pull up, I'm in this line, and there's this car behind me, really nice Cutlass, but it sits on about 24-inch wheels, and they're still spinning, and the car's sitting still, so it's like I'm just minding my own business. I like the Cutlass, but I don't like anything else about it. So I'm sitting there, I get up to the window, and I pay for my food. I'm going to my buddy Timmy's house. I pay for my food. And the guy, then he takes my money. And when he takes my money, next thing I see, he has his keys and his shit. He's running across the parking lot in front of my car, getting his car to leave like his shift's over. So the next guy comes up and goes, hey, that'll be, and whatever. He tells me, and I go, I already paid. I paid that guy. And he's getting in his car and driving away. I literally watch this guy run in front of my car like, dude, you were just helping me. Where are you going? But like shift's over. I'm going. So he runs over to his car. He leaves. I go, I already paid that guy. He goes, oh, okay. So he hands me my bag of food, and he keeps handing me bags. The guys behind me ordered God knows how much food. Well, I know how much because when I got to the house, I saw how much it was. But I had...
So they were having...
I paid for my order. But they gave me mine and his.
They thought that you hadn't paid for that order.
Right.
Okay.
So anyway, so they're giving me all this food. And I'm just like, I don't say boo because it's racks. It's like, holy cow, I'm finally going to beat the man here. You know what I mean? I don't have to mortgage my house to get this. So I'm setting it down. And then the whole time I'm like, man, I hope my hot ham and Swiss is in there. It's like 15 bags of food. But like
you, I got $900 of free food. If I don't get my hot ham and cheese, I'm going to be pretty upset.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the manager, I'm going to be a Karen.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So anyway, I drive off thinking, this is awesome, right? I get to my buddy Timmy's house. He's like, hey, did you get my baked potato? I'm like, not sure. Let me check. And that's what made me think of that too. I was like, let me check. So I'm going through the bags. And I'm looking at all these bags. And everybody's like, well, we all ate already. I'm like, listen, bro, I got all this for $15. You're all hungry. We're all eating. I never had, and it's funny.
You'll push it down.
Now this dates me. This is back in the probably mid 90s, but it was before the internet and everything what it is. Rax has a sandwich called a BBC, which you would not want to Google now. Okay. So, but they have a sandwich called a BBC. I never had one.
Big beef and cheddar or something like that?
Bacon, beef, and cheddar.
Bacon, beef, and cheddar.
I've never had one of those, but there was 5 of them in the bag.
Well, you're having one
tried
now.
one that night.
Yeah.
That's my pumpkin and spice $14. You gave it to me free. I will gladly try it. Right. Now I might be hooked on it. And see, that's where they should do that stuff. Yeah. They should hand me $150 worth of Rax food and be like, you see what you like. We'll see you tomorrow.
That happened to me when Hardee's was in Wilmington. It was $3 for $1 for their burgers. So I ordered that, and they hand me the bag. I'm like, this is surprisingly heavy.
Yeah.
In fact, it was $9.
Yeah.
So I got 9 burgers for $1, and someone was like, well, what'd you do with them? I'm like, I ate them.
Yeah.
It was the next day in high school. I go, what would you do? I ate them. Like, you ate 9 burgers? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do with them? Yeah. They're food. Old burgers taste gross. I ate them when they were hot, you weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't.
All 9 of them.
Hey, Mama didn't raise no quitter.
Yeah.
Mama didn't raise no quitter. But that's what made me think of that too, is when we're talking about running over. I literally watch this kid. This kid like pulls his apron off and just runs in front of the car. And I'm like, well, something's going on here. And then I'm thinking, are they shooting up the place in there?
Did you pay cash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gas money. I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, it was
Rax. They don't even count this money.
It was crazy.
I'd say call me, but they don't have it.
Call me.
That's probably Rax probably died in the mid 90s because you wiped him out that one night. We were almost out of bakery.
Man, we never sold so many BBCs in one night. It was crazy.
Because I know the audience is riveted.
Yeah.
What happened to the hot chocolate?
Okay, so after he said, I can't believe we got that far off, but I really can because that was a great story. So anyway, but I'm picturing that kid just running over. Hold on, running over to the grocery store. Yeah. Be like, you guys got whole milk? Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back.
You guys get cocoa?
Yeah.
I should have asked that first. Hold on, let me check.
Hold on, let me check. So,
wait, this doesn't come pre-made? I need to know what kind of milk? Hold on. Yeah. I'll be right back.
So he literally comes back a 4th time, and he goes, so that'll be 3 large hot chocolates with whole milk. And I said, yeah.
Yeah, slick.
That sounds good. And they're like, okay, could you pull forward? And I'm like, okay. And there's no like total, like, you know how the screen shows? Like, I feel like I ordered something McDonald's is now trying to figure out how to make.
Right.
Okay? Because it's not on the screen. So I'm like, these are going to be expensive. So I'm thinking to myself, when it doesn't show like $2, you know?
Yeah.
So I get up there and he goes, all right, that'll be $11. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like,
was the skim milk cheaper?
Yeah, I was just like, so I looked at him, I go, and I'm thinking everybody's freezing. It is what it is. So I just did it. But I'm thinking to myself, I just so bad when I look at him and be like, let me check. And then just drive off. You know, that's what I want to do. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So they all got the hot chocolates too. But
see, this is why Brian and I drink coffee.
Yeah. It was.
That's what I couldn't figure out. Like, oh, everyone's cold. Oh, that's right. Because Brian and I drink coffee. We would have warmed up that way.
Yeah.
Or whiskey.
So, but yeah. So think about the whole jingle thing. I might write you a jingle for next week. So I might. Are
you gonna like hum it?
Possibly. A cappella. Who knows?
Are you gonna record this?
Yeah, it's gonna be
right here, live on a podcast.
Yeah. Oh,
why not?
all right.
And if it's good,
like a good neighbor, you need a fence. Yeah, that's something like that.
Did you ever get your fence?
No.
That checks out. I have been Ted for Damon and Big Mac Brian. Thanks for listening to our episode of the show. We'll be back next week. That checks out.
I do the
You still haven't got your fence?
No, I think I'm gonna have to start looking for a new contract.
Yeah, because guess what? They make fence.
Yeah.
They make fence.
They make decking.
They just don't want my money, I guess.
I will tell you right now, they're very proud of it.